Oh yeah. Let's zoom. What's going on, everybody? Let me fix this up a little bit. What's going on? Turn on the comments. Welcome to the Saturday Q&A. So I don't know if any of my moderators are here yet. Let's go ahead and tell the Discord chat that we are, in fact, live for the Saturday stream. How is everybody doing today? Wow, a whole bunch of people just showed up. Tim 10, Pierrick, lavishly fat, my body is ready. Let me pop out the comments here. So I don't have to touch the camera to read. I will send a link to my members. Good afternoon. It is still the morning here, actually. It's 11 a.m. on the button. Let's get down to business. Because, of course, I am Pacific Standard Time at the moment. Sakari 1138, certified T3 bot. Milcom the moderator is here. Again, I'm going to go ahead and just tell the Discord chat that we are live. Got a link, everyone. Alrighty. They should know. So, let's see who's here today. We have Jasolo Gaming, certified T3 bot. The Watch Lounge, certified T3 bot. Lavishly fat. Let's see. Mikola is here. Chris Foltz, Tom Mulrooney, Jeff Ott. The Zunis says good afternoon. The Watch Lounge is enjoying a cold beverage in the hot, dirty Myrtle. It is actually, I think, pleasant outside right now in Los Angeles, but I'm sure it'll get hot. Lord Elgin is here. Very cool name. I'm a fan of Lord Elgin's. We want the cats. Can you hear Link? Link was just walking around meowing a second ago. So yeah, let's get into... Oh, Reed is here. What's going on, Reed? Let's get into some questions, shall we? Oh, look who's here. Look who hears me in the office. Squirming around. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Oh, he wants to climb. There's his butt. The Watch Lounge says, have a coffee on me, bro. Thank you so much. Well, first, before I can get coffee, I need to get this beast off of me. JR says, would you spend $6,000 on a G-Shock MRG or on a Rolex? A Rolex 1,000 times. Well, I would never, ever spend that much on a G-Shock. Never, ever. What do I think of Maurice Lepoix? It is a... I believe you're probably going to be referring to the Akron. Sorry, my hair is messed up because it's longer than it's like ever been. The Akron, I believe they call it, is just a AP Royal Oak homage. I know one person personally who's owned one, and they said they liked the finishing of it, but then they got rid of it and they bought an actual Royal Oak. So, I mean, I suppose it could be a placeholder for a Royal Oak, but it's, you know, it's just an homage. What more can you say? Cat to the chat, look at my butt. Why don't I talk about the Royal Oak so much? Because what is there really to talk about, rock and roll? It's pretty much the only thing that AP makes right now. I've come back around to it when they brought back or they introduced last year. I think they call it the ultra thin, with what they call the salmon dial, but it's really like more of a champagne dial. Their jumbo, I really like that, but The Royal Oak is not the most interesting design out there, in my opinion. Is it better than the Patek Philippe Nautilus? Yes. Is it a watch that I absolutely have to have in my collection? No. How's your cats? I miss seeing them in the videos. Link was just here right now showing everyone his butt. Jay Anderson, what do you think of the Subaru Impreza WRX STI, the one with the bug eye? So, yeah, the bug eye. It's cool. I think that I prefer mine because it's a bit more modern, but the bug eye isn't the one that I would want. The 22B is the one I want. We didn't get those in North America, so the closest thing we could get is the RS. And then people do STI conversions on that car, which is really cool. But yeah, that would be the old school STI that I really want. Do I still have my Submariner? Yes. How is it held up and do I like it? Yes, I still own it, so of course I like it and it's held up perfectly. It's been serviced and everything. Have I seen the Yema Flygraph? It seems like insane value for the money. Well, Tim, I've been trying to work something out with Yema. They're very nice when we are in correspondence with each other, but they're also a little bit difficult, if I'm totally honest. And it's because they've sent multiple emails asking me about which watch I would like to review, and then I tell them which watch I want to review, and they're like, oh, well, we don't have that one yet. And then they send another email, and they're like, well, tell us what you want to review. And I'm like, I've told you guys. So it's kind of difficult. I've been going back and forth with Yema. They're really nice people, but again, they're honestly a bit difficult to deal with right now. Cowboy Swami with the super chat says, was Rolex the first company to design a dial like the Sub? I don't know. I actually don't know that answer. It's a good question. And I don't really know what you mean, like dial like the Sub. Do you mean like a dark dial with those types of indexes? I don't know. It's a good question. Sadima, how often do you trim your beard? About every other day. I have a buzzer now, so typically I would go to my barber like every week, and they would fix my hair, and then obviously trim my beard. But it's gotten to the point after 5 months of being locked down that I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and get my own trimmer. And so about every other day I have to fix my beard. And Connie's been trimming the back of my neck for me. But as far as a haircut, yeah, who knows? Who knows when that will happen? Let's see. Any recommendations for a winder? The winders I use are boxy modular winders, and it's because you can actually stack them. Shout out to I forgot who sent them in. His name's John. Shout out to John for sending me those boxy winders. I really do like them. Lee Bishop says, hey Jory, what's going on, man? Just dropping to say hi. Currently in a massive game of Monopoly with the family, having a barbecue from Wales. A Welsh barbecue. How do you clean your non-waterproof vintage watches? Heard there's so much bacteria on watches and I get sick very often. I'm going to be totally honest, I'm not terribly concerned about it. I'm not like wiping my watches down with Clorox bleach or anything. I'm really not that worried about it. So what I'm telling you is I don't do that. I don't like wipe them down unless I think they're like, am I licking my wrist or something? I don't get it. I'm washing my hands, cleaning my hands regularly. I'm not touching my face. If you're doing that, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but you should be fine. Duke of Calgary, certified T3 bot. Reed Grabowski says, let Connie cut your hair. Yeah, Link and I both think that's kind of not a good idea. I trust Connie with a lot of things. Not with my hair, though. What? Come here. Come here. All right, baby. All right, baby. Here's Linky. Linky needs to say hello as usual. He needs his belly rubs in the morning. Here's Linky, wanting to go to sleep. Oh, he hears his sister. All right, Linky, time for sleepy. Time for sleepy. The Gato says, let me, the editor, edit your hair. Can you do that? Can you just do that on screen? Let me see. Thoughts on the Royal Oak mod? Okay, so I saw that. I'm not a fan of it. I saw that Royal Oak mod for the those G-Shocks. I'm not at all a fan of it. That's just a personal thing. Where's the toupee? Dude, it's been so crazy I haven't been able to wear my toupee. I've had to let my actual hair grow out. It's terrible. And for my channel members, have no fear. There are 2 member episodes ready to come out. Gato just needs to film them. We've had a pretty busy couple of weeks, so yeah. No, he didn't delete it. Milcom deleted it. If you're going to mess around, my moderators will handle it, guys. So you can mess around all you want, but my moderators will take care of you. Dan YZ, certified T3 bot. Dan recommended a member episode that we're going to be doing next week. Debanjan Shom says, sir, you are just awesome. Love for India. Thank you. I got love for India. Love Indian food. Just got my Steinhardt Ocean Vintage GMT. What do you have to say about that? It's a well-made watch for sure. Has some nice specs. I'm not super into Steinhardt myself, but yeah, solid watch. I just wish they made more original pieces, if I'm totally honest. Thoughts on my next, let me see. Reed, thoughts on your next watch search and acquisition? I really want a 1016. I think that's probably going to be the next watch I get. Is a Rolex 1016. We will see, but that's the watch I really want. Fearless Eagle. Jory, I'm thinking of buying watches next month and every year at summertime is my watch day. I save money for a whole year and buy 4 to 5 watches, and next month is the day. Is that a good method? I'm gonna be totally honest, I do not really understand. Let me try to read that again. I'm thinking of buying watches next month, and every year at summertime is my watch day. I save money for a whole year and buy 4 to 5 watches, and next month is the day. I'm so confused. Sounds like you have a plan going on. I don't fully understand the way it's written though. So if that plan works for you, then sounds good. If someone can help me a little bit more to understand, then maybe I can give you some insight, but it sounds like you have a plan. Nicholas Oliphant says, all right, everyone has to dab in the comment section now. Reed, will I part with anything to get the 1016? Ideally, no. I'll just keep selling watches and making content. Duke of Calgary certified T3 bot says, I think he's saying he buys several at a time once a year. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea, if I'm totally honest. I don't think that you should buy multiple things at once, because then you have the propensity of potentially buying something you don't really want. I would take your time and buy one thing at a time. But Milcom says, Fearless Eagle, I see what you did, and if you do that again, I'll get around and ban you. So don't mess around, guys, because my moderators aren't playing. Or you can mess around and just find out. Fossil watches, not a huge fan. Too big, not really interested. Suf Shakman says, what's the watch on the thumbnail? Well, so happy that you asked. It's a watch at the Time Teller shop. It is a new old stock, an actual new old stock Tissot Sea Star with the original strap, pristine, guys. This watch has been worn on my wrist to take photos of, and that's it. I'm pretty much the only person to have worn this watch, and I only wore it to kind of test it out and to take a photo of it, and it is pristine, new old stock from the 1960s. It is gorgeous. There were 5 watches in this current restock this week. Everything sold out except for that watch. 4 more watches are coming in next Friday, so please, everyone, just chill. There will be a restock next Friday, and please check out that Tissot. Someone buy it today. If someone buys it today, we will celebrate during the live stream. Someone check it out. Someone's asking me, Chan Elvis is asking me about the Bronco. I think that it is kind of boring. I'm not a huge fan of Ford currently. I think it's cool that they're giving it a, what is it, a 6-speed? So manual transmission and like over 400 horsepower sounds cool, but I still would rather have a Jeep. You're gonna buy that truck and you're gonna be like, man, wish I had a Rubicon. That's what's gonna end up happening. And I'm much more excited that Jeep is releasing diesels, and then also they may in fact release a V8, which will be incredible. Dan Z, Certified T3 Bot says manual transmission is the only way to drive. Agreed. Casio Edifice, rock and roll, you must be new here because I did a review on one. If one of my moderators can link to the Casio Edifice review, that would be great. Jay Anderson, have you ever drift your car? Well, one of my cars is a Jeep Rubicon, if you can consider that a car, and the other one is a Subaru STI. The Subaru STI is not easy to drift unless you're on like non-paved roads. So I've slid around in snow. I've taken it into the snow and drifted around, but if you're talking about like yanking an e-brake and like drifting, it's kind of difficult to do in that vehicle. Reed wishes he had a Gladiator, and I agree. It is a sick watch. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull a Colin McRae and drift that thing down some country roads. Is that a new poster on the back wall? Nope. It's posters in almost every one of my videos. It is a rendering of my Explorer 2. You can find these prints and prints of other watches at the Time Teller shop. Thoughts on the Omega Speedmaster? I own one. I own a 25th anniversary. I think that I love that watch. How come I haven't reviewed the Rangeman? I don't have one. Send me one. I'll review it. I have a P.O. box. You can send me one and I will review it. Hey T3, why does no one talk about the Hamilton Khaki Field Chronograph? Is it any good? I'm sure that it's good, but I just don't like it that it's not. It doesn't have a threaded crown. What the heck's going on? The hold on. There is one. The Jack Ryan watch. It does have a threaded crown. Oh, that is the Hamilton Khaki Field Chronograph. Okay, that does have a threaded crown. Yeah, that's a cool watch. That's a really cool watch. The black on black, very, 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 very cool. Big fan. I mixed that up with the Hamilton Khaki King. Hamilton Khaki King is a watch that a lot of people are very interested in, and yet it just does not have a threaded crown, which I just do not understand. They gave it huge crown protectors that are into the case, and that's about it. Adam H, have you seen the new Boulder Field Medic that's available for pre-order now? I've seen it online, and I've spoken to Boulder about it, but I haven't seen one in person. Now, Boulder has also teased a rally watch, like a rally racing inspired watch that looks like the Field Medic. They told me, because I am the watch reviewing rally racer, they're sending me that one. So Boulder is going to be sending me the rally chronograph, which I'm very excited about because, as you know, anybody that follows me, I'm a big fan of rally cars. So super, super excited about that. Rock and Roll says, wave clap please, love from Bulgaria. Owner, I started to like the Longines Hydro Conquest, but I don't know if it's okay or not. Is there an alternative at that price range? There's probably a ton. Let me see. Yeah, I would get an Oris Aquis. I would get an Oris before I got the Longines, but that's just me. Thoughts on Dan Henry? Not a fan at all. Dan Henry is... the Time Teller channel does not like Dan Henry watches. We'll put it that way. How long have I been growing my beard? I've had a beard... I've had a beard on and off since my 20s. But... So Connie and I have been together for 5 years. And then... At one point during our relationship, she asked me to shave my beard so she could see my face, and I did it, and I didn't like it, so I just grew it back. So I've had it now probably for, we'll say for 4 years, like consecutively. Even though I've had it since the beginning of my 20s on and off, I think consecutively I've had it for 4 years, but keep in mind, guys, I cut it weekly. It gets cut weekly. If I had it for 4 years and I didn't shave it, it would be like on the floor by now. Do I like Finn watch straps? Never heard of it. How do I feel about the Khaki Field mechanical on a leather strap? I think it's very cool. Enjoy it. Wear the watches however you want to wear them. Joseph Desimone, do I like the Timex Ironman? I had one when I was a wee little boy. I had a Timex Ironman. I think everyone had one of those at some point. I didn't know how to tell time. The time teller at one point didn't know how to tell time. So my dad got me a little Timex Ironman, and it was digital, and it was easy. I could beat it up, and it was easy for me to tell the time. Ali says, love your videos from Iran. Thank you so much. Al Hacker says, you mean your lady didn't like my face? I think Connie's a big fan of my face. I was about to say something a little bit sexual, but I won't. Thoughts on the Hamilton Khaki Field Murph? Jay Anderson, I made an episode about it, and I think it's just... Hamilton has a propensity to make a lot of movie watches. Just not a huge fan of that watch. Duke of Calgary, Certified T3 Bot, says, I miss having a beard, but that in-between phase before it grows in fully is so annoying. We call that the awkward phase. Doesn't bother me, but I'd much rather have a beard like this. Benedict Duca. Greetings from Germany. Gute Nacht. Deutschland. Hey man, what do you think about Longines watches? You mean Longines. They're fine. The vintage ones are amazing. Vintage Longines, one of my favorite vintage watches. But modern Longines, they're coming back around with their heritage stuff. They're coming back around. But for a while now, they haven't been putting out anything I like. Yema versus Squale Yema. Yema, yema, yema. Yummy, 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 yummy. Alexandra says, sorry for my mistake. You don't have to apologize, dude. You didn't make a mistake. Hi, Jory. The beard is uncomfortable with a mask on. Okay. Just solo, certified T3 bot. Can you please touch on the Dan Henry topic or link a video that's been addressed? Dan Henry is just kind of a lazy watchmaker. He takes designs that have already been made, like vintage designs, then he just like releases modern watch. I'm just not a fan of them. It just seems lazy. That new fly graph is sharp. Yes, it is. Rob Peters, when I get a vintage piece, you're the first guy I'm going to. Oh, thanks, Rob. I appreciate that, brother. Well, there's a restock next Friday. 4 more watches are coming in, and I am very excited. And guys, thanks for pretty much selling out the store every time I do a restock. Everybody complains that we don't have product on the shelves, and it's because literally every time I restock, they get scooped up. So thank you. Pontus says Yema over Squale. Absolutely 1000% Yema over Squale. Alexandra says, I'm 15 and you made me like watches. Thanks for that. Well, thank you so much, dude. You're ahead of me. You probably know more about watches than I did when I was 15. So keep it up and maybe you will surpass me. You probably will surpass me because I don't know that much about watches, if I'm totally honest. Fule says, have you ever been to Africa? I have not. I'd like to go. I'd like to go on safari, but I've never been to Africa. What do I keep in my office? There's some watch tools over there. There's some books over here. I have a G.I. Joe action figure right here. Sri Kumar says, regards from Saudi Arabia. What is going on, brother? I have a camera here. I have a bunch of watch boxes behind me that soon will consume the room. And then I have a kitty cat right here that's just chilling. Ali says, what's your advice to beginners into watch collecting? I'm so happy you asked that, Ali. I have a full playlist dedicated to videos. It is literally like a roadmap for the beginning watch enthusiast. Please, one of my moderators, link Ali my playlist. Videos for new collectors. It goes over everything you could ever want, more than I could tell you right now in this hour-long live stream. Please check out that playlist because that's going to help you out a bunch. Nick, is that a holster? Yes, it is. It was my grandpa's from World War II. He was a commander in the U.S. Navy, and he was also a physician in the U.S. Navy, and they gave him a gun. Oris over Yema. Yeah, I would say Yema over Squale, but Oris over Yema. I feel comfortable with that ranking system. Rock and roll, how often do you find yourself checking out people's wrists? Do you give compliments? How do you feel when you receive one on your watch? Yeah, I think I notice, I think I'm very cognizant of watches nowadays, but I also, yeah, I do give compliments actually. If someone's wearing a really nice watch, I'll be like, hey man, nice watch. People are a lot cooler about that than you think. If you're not like, nice watch, then you'll be cool. then it's cool. You don't have to creep them out. If you're just like, hey bro, nice watch, man. I really like watches. That's cool. They're usually like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I just got this or blah blah blah. And then when people say, hey, nice watch to me, they're usually a viewer of mine. So pretty much weekly now, someone's like, and I'll be like, Arthur says, thoughts on Omega Speedmaster automatic versus the professional. The automatic is sacrilege. You need the hand wind movement in an Omega Speedmaster, period. Period. Damn, how many watches do you have? If you want to know how many watches I have, then watch my dang State of the Collection episode. Milk 'em, please. I have a playlist dedicated to my State of the Collection. I'll let you know. It's over 10, it's over 20, it's over 30, it's over 40 now. Oopsies! Rock and roll, do regular people ask if my Rolex is real when I'm wearing one? Nope. I've never been asked that about a Rolex. Ever. Never, 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 never. Nick P. Jory, it seems like mean comments bother you. Why not let them roll off you? You've been a success. Nick P. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. If they were bothering me and I didn't let them roll off my back, then what the heck am I doing making 6 pieces of content a week, bro? Nick, I know you're a supporter, but that was a dumb comment. And guess what? It's rolling off my back. If it bothered me, I wouldn't be on camera anymore, bro. Dan Wazee, certified T3 bot. Bought an Undone Dark Knight for a friend. He gets compliments daily. Never had so many lady friend inquiries. Fun stuff. Well, congratulations. I don't know if it was my watches that got Connie interested in me, because when I first met Connie, I was wearing a G-Shock. It worked out. What makes me sad? The thought of disappointing my family, the thought of not being able to live up to expectations, the thought of not being able to be there for my family, that is a fear. I guess that would make me sad, but you know what? That's, at the same time, that's a motivator. I'm like, oh dang, I'm like running away from it. It's like, oh, the fear of not living up to expectations, the fear of not being there. Guess what? I'm gonna run towards success. Too bad. Peace out. I'm going to success. And it's working out so far. So, but comments definitely don't make me sad, because if comments made me sad, I don't think I'd be on camera voluntarily 6 times a week. Andrew Goldsmith, mama wanted a lawyer. Yeah, lawyer, doctor, whatever. I went into business, so that's cool too. Was that a Jew comment? That's cool, I'm Jewish. Watch Lounge, certified T3 bot says, watching the transporter now looks like he's rocking a Panerai. I actually don't know what watch he wears in those movies. Really cool movies, haven't watched them in a long time. Chan Elvis, spamming the comment section about shoes. Do you love shoes? Too? It wasn't do you love shoes too, it was like, do you love shoes? Too? Not really. I like Red Wing boots. I have a collection. I have 4 pair of Red Wings. I'm a big fan of Red Wings. I wouldn't say I'm like a sneakerhead. I don't really care about Jordans and oh, I need the next Yeezys. I need the next drop. I'm gonna wait in line for these. No, I like Red Wings, and I wear like Jack Purcells if I want something, you know, like a sneaker. So I'm not really your guy for sneakerhead stuff. Alex Smith, the funny thing is I do not have a pair of Iron Rangers though. I have everything but Iron Rangers. They just, it seems like those are just the really popular ones right now, and I was just like, I have 877s, which are the 8-inch mock toe. I have a pair of light suede Rovers. I have a pair of classic mock Rust, and I have a pair of, what are they called? Roughnecks. My Roughnecks are my camping boots. Looking at the last slice of pizza. Oh, dude, Adam, have you had the Tony's pizza yet, bro? May contain bleach, certified T3 bot. Vintage watch designs look a lot better than modern designs, in my opinion. What do I think, Jory? Yeah, I mean, I'm a vintage watch guy. I think I would agree. I like the understated designs. I like the Art Deco designs. I like the simplicity and elegance of vintage watches. I think a lot of modern watches are just too much. Not monetarily, they're just, it's like we went through this whole bigger is better era, and I think it kind of ruined things in watches. And yeah, I'm much more of a fan of vintage watches, and that's why I run the Time Teller shop. Restock on Friday. Stay tuned. Don Sinacci's pizza is good, I've heard. Dan Wazish. The Don's Pizzeria. Thoughts on Certina? DS Podium? EDX Delphin? The DS Podium is pretty cool, man. I think the DS small seconds, I think it's a DS4, right? Yeah. Gimmo Holiday, damn. 3T has become a fashion and food blogger. I don't know what you mean by that. Do you watch Le Mans 24 hours? Yeah, I would drive that if I could have a bed in the back of my race car. That'd be dope. And it was a Tesla, and then I could put it on autopilot mode, and I could just sleep through the 24-hour Le Mans. That would be awesome. What do I think about the Deadbeat Seconds watch? I made an episode about it. Rolex made a Deadbeat Seconds watch. Automatic watch, deadbeat complication, crazy but really cool. Ever see Ford versus Ferrari? Yeah, really cool. Everyone loves that watch, I think. Shoes and pizza. Oh, Gitmo. Yeah, I guess I'm an influencer. I'm gonna take pictures of my shoes and my pizza. Guys, use this link to get some fit tea. Thoughts on Pagani design? They actually emailed me about sending me a watch, and I gave them my terms, and then they didn't reply. We can wait. I tell every company that wants to work with me the same dang thing. It's going to be an honest, impartial review. So if you send me junk, I'm gonna say it's junk, bro. Your take on the Yema Navy Graph. The second hand is a bit too bright for me, but the dial is gorgeous. Thoughts on pizza crust filled with cheese? Well, around these parts, we refer to that as stuffed crust. And honestly, take it or leave it. I think that when I was little, I thought it was so cool, and my mom never bought it, okay? So my mom... So when I first learned about this, I remember the commercials for it, for like Pizza Hut, stuffed crust pizza. I would beg my mom. I was this little chunker dude growing up, and I was like, please, Mom, please, can we get stuffed crust? And my mom was already like, no, pizza is terrible for you guys. If we're gonna get pizza, we're gonna get like a normal pizza. You don't need to be eating like extra trash. So she never ordered stuffed crust for us. And then when I was an adult, I was like, heck yeah. And I think that I think the first time I had stuffed crust pizza, I must have been like 22. And so I think I built it up for like 2 decades in my head that it was going to be like the most amazing thing ever. And then I finally had it, and I was like, Kind of tastes like rubber. So my mom was right all along. That's the moral of the story. My mom knows best. Sakari, certified T3 bot 1138 with a super chat. Jason Statham. Jason Statham is a Panerai fan. Talks about wearing his personal Panerai for Transporter. The DVD commentary. Yeah, he's also a huge fan of vintage Rolexes. He wears a Steve McQueen Explorer 2 regularly. And he's a huge fan of vintage Rolexes. Ugh. Had to wet my whistle. Nefarion said, pretty good impression. Thank you. What do I think on the Orient Ray 2? It's fine. It's a good dive watch. I'm not like blown away by it. Thoughts on the street tuna or solar tuna? Neither. Get the actual tuna with the SBBN with the 7C46. Excuse me. Do I think the Rolex Yachtmaster 169622 is underrated? Nope. Michael Powell, I had pizza for breakfast this morning. Quick survey. Thin slice or deep dish? Well, thin crust, there's an in-between between thin crust and deep dish. There's also New York style, which is just like the normal like pizza crust. Thin crust is too crackery, and it's like melted cheese on like a thin cracker. And then deep dish is like a huge pie. It's like a huge pie filled with stuff. And I really love deep dish pizza. I love deep dish pizza. But for me, when I think of pizza, I don't think of deep dish. I think of a New York slice. And that's why I gotta go with New York. So the best pizza is just the New York pie. None of this deep dish, none of this little flaky cracker. No, we need a big slice of New York pie. And that's what we're gonna go with. So, yeah. And guys, deep dish is delicious. Sometimes I want deep dish. But I think like that's essentially like a huge open-faced calzone. Just has a bunch of stuff in it. And I like it. But New York. New York. Forget about it. Different pies for different occasions. Tim knows what we're talking about here. Thoughts on vintage Seiko quartz? Any good? It depends on which one, bro. It honestly depends on which one. Neapolitan, also very classic. Absolutely. Does my pops, Gypsy Bird Dog with a super chat, does my pops still love his John Wick Carl F. Bucher Monero date? Yeah, loves it. Really cool dress watch. Did I keep my GBDH 1000 in the collection? Yeah, I did. I wore it yesterday, actually, for a little while. How many watches do I wear a day? On average, we're going to say 2. Typically wear about 2 watches a day. Oh, I forgot to do a wristwatch check, guys. I'm wearing my Omega Seamaster. Guys, I'm thinking about putting this on the shop. I'm honestly thinking about selling this one. I don't know yet. Thinking about selling it. If someone's interested in it, you can make me an offer. I don't wear it enough anymore, which is kind of a bummer because it is seriously a gorgeous watch. But we'll see. I'm wearing it right now. I'm trying to wear it to see if I can just like love it. And it's such a great watch, but I just don't wear it as much anymore. Email info@thetimetellershop.com, info@thetimetellershop.com with your offers. If you are interested, Dan, you can write to me directly. If you can make like honest, reasonable offers, none of this like, I'll give you 200 for it. No, like honest offers, I might part with it. I don't know yet. Um, talk to me. The Watch Lounge is going to grill some steaks and hang by the pool with the girlfriend? Man, you got it made in the shade, boy. Lucky guy. Lucky guy. You can see this all over the place on my Instagram. Will I ever leave California? Yes, I'm trying. Guys, write something in the comment section to... write something in the comment section to convince Connie to leave California. And I will read her these. Nefarion, gotta find someone who can fix my universal pole router. Guys, check out TikTok Watch Repairs. Tell him I sent you. If you tell him that you're a viewer of the Time Teller channel, he will hook you up. TikTok Watch Repairs, the official watchmaker of the Time Teller channel and the Time Teller shop. The big wrist, bada bing, bada boom, hit the nail on the head. That's what I've been saying. Bingo! I'm trying to move to Texas, guys. Do I have a Facebook page? I have a Facebook attached to my shop so that because Instagram is owned by Facebook, so to be able to link my products from my website onto Instagram, I had to link it to a Facebook page, but I don't personally use Facebook. So if someone's writing to you, it's probably not me. Well, my editors are from Utah. Oh, Gato's here. Tell Connie to come to Utah and I will film with Jory. Better time management. Texas can wait a couple more years. Yeah, I'm trying to go to Utah to hang out with Gato, my editors and everything. So, and I love Utah. I've been there a couple times. It's gorgeous. Taj says, Time Teller, what's I just got a hold of my grandfather's Rolex Oyster Perpetual date. Probability from the 80s, never been serviced. What do you think it costs to service it? Well, depending on the like condition that it's in, you could probably send it to TikTok Watch Repair and it'll probably charge you around $300. Again, tell him that I sent you and he'll hook you up. You have to tell him that I sent you, though. That's like the key to the good price. Jesse says, wish watch video is fun, good stuff. Yeah, the comment section, surprisingly, people were defending it and calling me a snob. Can you believe that? Didn't I buy my dad an Undone? How does he like it? He loves it. It's a fun sports watch for him, and it was even more special that we built it together. Sam R says, probably not a good idea coming to Texas right now. Do you know what's going on in California? Guys, it's the same thing. You ever get heat from movement people? Do such people even exist? Yeah, dude, go to my movement videos. A lot of them. Taj says, I'm from India. My grandfather's watch is in perfect condition, works absolutely fine. Should I service it? It just let it run until something breaks. That's up to you, man. If you want that added peace of mind, then get it serviced. I would probably get it serviced if you just picked it up, but if you don't feel like you need to, then don't. Only you can really decide that. You have cat hair all over your shoulder. Yeah, dude, are you new here? Like, are you new here, Jay? Do you know what is going on? My cats just use me as a scratching post. Ali, if you had to choose one watch to wear forever, what would it be? Perhaps my Rolex Date 1500 or my Alpinist Sarbo 17. I wore the Alpinist yesterday and I was like, this is the perfect watch. I don't know what it is, guys. The Alpinist is just so amazing. Linky! 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 When are you getting that Mudmaster then? I own a Mudmaster. You haven't, I've made like 1 million episodes about my Mudmaster. Linky, come here. Linky. What do I think about Apple Watches? It's just a phone on your wrist. It's not really a watch, in my opinion. Come here, Linky. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy that listens to daddy? Who's a good boy that listens to daddy? Who's a good boy that listens to daddy? My best friend. See? He listens to me. Who's a good boy? He's a good boy. Is Seiko camera shy? She needs her beauty sleep. She's sleeping probably. Seiko! I have cat fur all over me, but that's cool. Seiko, come here. Seiko's probably sleeping. Linky's here on the desk now. My brother's birthday's in a month. I'm 16, so I don't have a lot of cash. What's a good budget watch to get him? That's a very nice gift, getting your bro a watch. I would get him a DW 5600. You can get it for around 40 bucks, and it's a watch that he can wear for a good long time. You guys can beat up on it, and it's not going to break. G-Shock DW 5600 E1V would be the one I would go to. Thoughts on Longines? They're doing some good things now, but for the past 10 years, I have not been impressed with them. Vintage Longines is the best, in my opinion. Your go-to watch to hit the workout sessions, either my DW 6600 or my new GBDH 1001 that was sent to me by G-Shock. Special thanks to Team G-Shock US for sponsoring me. Bonjour, Bibi. Milcom has a link where you can get the DW 5600 at the Time Teller Amazon shop if you want to support the channel. That's a great way of doing that. We have a bunch of watches there, and we have a bunch of like watch-related gear, so toolkits, straps, winders, things like that. G-Shock Solar forever. Yeah, if you need a solar version, they do make a solar version of the 5600. I don't remember the reference number off the top of my head. Linky is trying to knock down my camera, which I will not let him do. Hold on. Sakari with the super chat. I'm multitasking here, guys. Give me one moment. I'm gonna have to type that in. With the super chat, he says, what are my thoughts? Hold on. Linky's being a little boy. Ay. Look at this, guys. Look what I deal with. How about someone sending me a super chat for a lint roller? That'd be great. I have hair everywhere. Shouldn't have worn a black shirt. Wait, we got a few super chats. Okay, Wound Up Watch Review says, keep up the good work. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. Whoops. This is what I'm talking about. 1 second, buddy. 1 second. Okay. He jumped off. And then Sakari says, thoughts on the Longines Evidenza. I forgot the price on that. It's their, yeah, I like this watch. It's pretty classic. I actually like the small second more than I like the Chronograph. Yeah, I like this watch, honestly. Trying to find the price on it because I forgot it. Yeah, I do like it. The small seconds with the 6 o'clock date is much more tasteful than the Chronograph, in my opinion, but different strokes for different folks. Longines Legend Diver. Let's take a look at that. What is with Longines hype lately? God, I've gotten like 10 questions about Longines. Yeah, this is their like super compressor. It's cool. Vintage, very easy to read, dual crown. I like it. Got some kind of chunky lugs there. I think it looks pretty cool on like a shark mesh bracelet. Yeah, I'm a fan. Milk 'em with the Lint Roller Fund. My own moderator's coming in clutch. Thank you so much, guys. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see. Ugh. G-Shock or formal daily watch? Well, it depends. I mean, you couldn't have picked more of a... that's a conundrum, right? A formal watch is... A G-Shock is like the antithesis of a formal watch. So I don't think that you can really... Like, what do you want? What do you want to do with it? So, yeah, I don't know if I could... I don't know if I can pick between those. Thank you, Milcom, for the Lint Roller Fund, by the way. I need Patrick, Certified T3 Bot, says, hey guys, sorry for my tardiness. I'm now in Virginia Beach. Enjoy yourself, bro. Enjoy yourself. Thoughts on the Rouge Bright Red Reverso? I love the Reverso Rouge. I've made an episode about it. Guys, you gotta watch the content. What are my thoughts on signed dials, like Tiffany dials? Tiffany dials aren't super impressive to me. What's more impressive to me are like Cartier signed dials. Like a Rolex with a Cartier dial or a Patek Philippe with a Cartier dial. I think that's much more interesting. Do I wear fragrances? Excuse me. I said fragrances. Do you wear fragrances? I sounded like Elmer Fudd. I do. I wear Aqua di Gio. I wear 2 different kinds of Mont Blanc Legend, the white and the black. Those are probably my 2 favorites. I wear Cartier, which is a really good one. I forgot which Cartier exactly. I forgot the name of it. Connie picks out all of them, guys. Connie picks all of them out. So, yeah. Have I tried mountain biking? Yeah, I used to do that a lot in New Hampshire, in New England, but not so much here in California because when I moved here, within like 2 months of me moving here, my dad bought me a bike because I was in school, and I got hit by a car on Highland and Selma. I got hit by a car at the Highland and Selma intersection. And I tore some cartilage in my knee. And it was a hit and run. The lady hit me and just kept driving. So that was great. And it happened in broad daylight. And the worst part about it was that the dude behind her stopped and was like, yo, did she just hit you? And I was like, yeah. Like grabbing my leg. And he was like, oh. And he just drove away. And I called LAPD and they were just straight up, yeah, we're not going to be able to catch this person. We're definitely not going to be able to catch her. You can leave a report, but we're not going to catch her. I was like, cool, thanks. The worst part was I landed on my feet. I got hit. My bike was destroyed. I landed on my feet, and the shock of landing on my feet messed up my knee so bad. It probably would have been better if I just landed on my butt. But, yeah. People these days. Would I drive a Ford Focus even if it was hybrid? I wouldn't ever drive a Ford Focus, period. What are my thoughts on the Citizen Promaster? Tough. I've recommended it on my channel multiple times. I think it's really cool. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. We've been here for an hour. Maybe a couple more questions. Let's do some quick fire questions. And then I'm going to wrap this baby up. Hazik, certified T3 bot, is here. What are my thoughts on the Hamilton Pulsar? Let's take a look. Link doesn't like it. Let me see. Yeah, it's really funky, man. The Hamilton Pulsar Automatic, the black version, for $16.45. Get that one. That one's nuts. Martini, the Martini version, for sure. The new Ford Bronco, you may as well get a Jeep. It's not interesting to me. I think it's going to be one of the most overhyped vehicles to come out. Best watch around 1500. You gotta stop spamming the comment section, Taj. You gotta stop spamming the comment section, my friend. I've been trying to be good to you by answering your questions. Probably something like an Oris, in the Oris Artelier. I would pay attention to Oris for sure in that price range. What do I think about Tissot? Tissot is a great vintage watchmaker. Nowadays, not super interested in them. Thoughts on the Hummer H1? I drove next to one yesterday on the highway. They're cool, but they don't perform nearly as well as Jeeps. They're too big to go into most trails. They're tough though. Nicholas, pay attention to IWC. Yes, sir. Seiko Presage, a good buy? Which one? Rick Green, certified T3 bot, is here. Jeep fanboy? Yeah, I own one. So obviously. Nick Turnka, Bronco equals the new FJ Cruiser? Probably. I think that this is way overhyped. Yeah, I think it's way overhyped. I think it's weird that every auto journalist is talking about it. Patek or AP, between those, excluding the sports watches, Patek, because I don't like the Patek Nautilus. I do like the AP Royal Oak, but if we're excluding those, Patek makes much more interesting watches than AP. Eric Willow says, not a question. Love the channel. Thank you for sharing with us. Well, thank you for being here, brother. Can't do this without you. Cassiope, overhyped. Nicholas says, Jory, you have to do stand-up comedy. You are funny. Dab, dab, dab. I'll try. Who knows? But I appreciate the support. Judging by my comment section, I am not funny, and I'm ugly. But too bad. Because they all still watch my content. And so do you! Thank you so much for watching the content, guys. We've been here for an hour. I'm gonna wrap this up. My stuff is going to die. No, Linky, not you. My technological devices. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me this Saturday. You could have been anywhere doing anything, but you are here with me, and I appreciate that. Guys, I will see you on Monday, and there will be a new Micro Brand Monday coming out. Are you excited? Well, you should be. And guys, join the channel. Consider joining the channel, please. $4.99 a month gets you 6 pieces of content, an extra live stream every week, and access to the members-only Discord chat. We'd love to see you there. You see some people with really cool icons next to their name and green text. Those are my channel members. We can't do 6 pieces of content without them. So round of applause for my channel members, please, in the comment section. And we couldn't have done any of this without Milcom, the moderator. Please, guys, round of applause for Milcom, the #1 moderator of the Time Teller channel. Everyone say thank you, Milcom, because we can't do these live streams without Milcom. And thank you, the viewer, Because again, what would all this content be without viewers? So you guys rock. What do I always tell you? Number one, get out of your comfort zone. I know nowadays it's hard to not feel isolated, but please get out of your comfort zone. That's number one. And number two, you got to tell someone you love them, guys. I promise. You should not go a moment without telling someone you love them. So I love you. I'm kicking it off. I love each and every one of you at home. Thank you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Again, if you're interested in this watch, email me, make me an offer I can't refuse, and I might let it go. Love you guys. I'll catch you later. Dab.